Hey beautiful souls, welcome to Midweek Vibes, our Ascension update. Today talking about the fact that we are code breakers, pattern disruptors, here to create great change in our generational, personal genetic line, as well as disrupt the pattern in the collective consciousness. This is going to be a big one, friends. Stay tuned. Going to be here probably for the next 15 minutes or so. And there's so many beings with us today, from angels to fairies to unicorns to ascended masters, and so I think we'll do some sort of vibrational attunement, alignment, meditation in this space while we are together. But of course everything is vibrational, even this message. And I said to the guides, so where am I to be sitting today, since nature is being so reflective for these Ascension updates? And I really wanted to personally sit beside the river, but they've got me here sitting behind a somewhat waterfall, and I look down and I'm nestled between these really large stinging nettles. And if you've ever been to Scotland, the stinging nettles here are sore. They are really, really sore. But as ever, there is always dock leaves right beside them, so if I do get stung, I've got dock leaves to hand. But the reason why I think they placed me here is because right now, being the code breakers that we are nestled between the thorns, the hype, the drama, and it's really important at the moment that we stay really centered in our light, in our peace, to not get stung, to not get brought into the drama, and I'll share more about that. But let's just say hi to everybody here. Hey Paula, Cheryl, Angela, Val, Paula, hello, hi, welcome everybody live and also on the replay. So we are headed towards a big ascension shift. I mean, every day, every moment, we are ascending our consciousness, but we have these doorways, these energetic doorways that open up. And because we believe them to be energetic doorways, we perpetuate the sense of opening and expansion that can take place. And so the one that we have coming up is going to be on June 21st, and that's going to be midsummer here for those in the northern hemisphere, but also it's going to be winter for those in the southern hemisphere. And for the last couple of weeks, the fairies have been coming in so strongly. Have you been feeling it, friends? Literally coming in, dropping their messages, dropping their signs, sharing how pivotal this particular solstice is in terms of, in the run-up with all these eclipses that we've had, it's all about revealing deeper truths in our personal life, in our collective consciousness, what's happening in the world, revealing. And as ever, what we are living, we're living on so many different levels of being. And it depends on our perspectives and beliefs, what we're experiencing, whether a situation can be viewed as a 3D experience, 4D, 5D, no D's, just as experience. And it's interesting because through a 3D filter on June 21st here in the UK, there's talks about going back into lockdown. And yet the whole sense, this inner sense at a high perspective of June 21st is freedom, is like an opening. Yet on a very physical 3D level, it's a closing down. It's so interesting just watching this life experience continue to evolve. So the big message that's coming through strongly from all of the angels, the fairies, the unicorns, the dragons, even the ascended masters, the light beings, all that are here right now in this one moment, sharing through this one voice, is to unplug from hype and drama. However hype and drama is showing up in your world right now, and know it will intensify as we continue, as we crescendo up into this experience of June 21st. It will escalate. just be very aware. The universe isn't doing this to test us or provoke us intentionally. We are shifting on so many different levels, timelines. We are shifting, we're creating multiple future timelines in every moment. We really are in the quantum space all the time, friends. But it's really important to unplug from the hype and drama, however it's showing up within you, whether it's in your mind, your mental state, whether it's people around you, family, friends, whether it's in government bodies or institutions. I'll share with you a couple of personal experiences that have happened in the last couple of days, that if I was looking through a very 3D physical filter would have really triggered me, but I saw them for what it was and I just let it go. But I just want to share these experiences with you very briefly, and then we'll move on to talking about being code breakers and share what that means. So my middle son had his school visit, his first visit to the school, where he got an opportunity to see the classroom that he's going to be in, to meet his teacher, and I was very excited. And he's going to be starting his new school, primary one, here in the UK in August. And so we went along for a visit, and I was told that I couldn't come into the building because I didn't have a mask on, and I said, I'm exempt. And they said, no, you still can't come in, it's against the law. Now, if I hadn't done my due diligence, I would have just accepted that. But I know that that's an unlawful statement. It's not against the law. The school is a public place. I can access that if I want to. Just by sharing that I'm exempt should be enough. If you look on all the government websites, it's in small detail. The true freedom in these so-called laws, there is freedom there if you do your due diligence. Anyway, I didn't want to kick up a fuss. I was like, that's fine, I'll stay outside. He can go and have his visit. And thankfully, Eden is in his own higher bubble, so he didn't care if Mummy was there or not. He was just excited. He went in. But if I looked at that through a 3D filter, you know, I could have grounds for going against the school, create more hype and drama by saying that he was anxious, if he was anxious, and kicking up a fuss. And I didn't, I just left it. And then today, my eldest son, who's just turned 6, he's going on a school trip. He's very excited about this school trip. And he's exempt from wearing a mask. And I told the school this a couple of weeks ago, and they phoned this morning to say he has to wear a mask when all the other kids are wearing one. Even though he's exempt, he has to still wear one. And they said again, it's law. You can't get on a bus without wearing a mask. Now that's completely unlawful. And again, could have created quite a fuss with that one. In fact, if you go on the government website, people are being sued up to like £9,000 or something if people feel like they're being discriminated or they're creating anxiousness through situations like this. Anyway, I just saw it for what it was. The reason I'm telling you these stories, friends, is because there is so much hype and drama around us all right now, even if we are totally centered in our grace, having a laugh at the whole situation that's playing out on Mother Earth right now. There is still this propensity for hype and drama. So whatever is coming up, see it but don't react to it, okay? The angels are saying how important it is to keep in hope, to keep in our light, to understand that what's happening right now is exactly what needs to happen to create more of a global awakening. And in their vantage, they are seeing a lot of humanity waking up, reading the small print in these government websites, reading that they don't have to be in lockdown, they don't have to receive a vaccination, they don't have to wear a mask. We're free will beings, friends. We are free will beings. But it's time to realise this. Anyway, that's just a small example. On a bigger scale, let's go to more of a wider perspective. From a wider perspective, I'm going to pick up the white feathers that followed me on the journey here. There were so many of them. Hi. It is. So what was I saying? We are the code breakers. What does that mean? Okay, this has been coming through strongly from Archangel Gabriel, the angel of communication, that we are all here. No matter if we are healers or teachers or authors or mothers or artists, it doesn't matter what we say that we are, what we identify ourselves to be. We are here to break up the programs and the generational patterns in our DNA and in our genetic line. And this is why you may be in your family the only one that is choosing the path of freedom, that's choosing the path of free will. You're standing up, you're doing your due diligence, you're reading about, for example, let's just take the example of the vaccination. You're not getting your vaccine, or maybe you are, but you're kind of working with your body to filter the toxic effects out and all of this. You have the bigger perspective, and I know it can feel very lonely when you are the only one in your community or in your family with this awareness. But don't worry, friends, because Gabrielle is sharing how so many people are going to be awakened over the next year or so. You're not going to feel alone anymore. You will be aligning more with friends, soul family. Now is the time to join communities, to be in community with one another, whether that's in person or online, and perpetuate freedom, perpetuate hope, perpetuate your light as this new earth continues to unfold. To not look, even though we've just been talking about those stories, we can look at them through a 3D perspective, but instead look at what's happening in the world, see it for what it is, and raise your perceptions beyond. See through the eyes of Source, see through the eyes of the angels. Also, in the run up to this Ascension portal on June 21st is the sense of feeling like you've probably be experiencing this through the memories that have been coming up, through the dreams, just when you're doing really nothing, just something mundane, thoughts are coming to you about past relationships and hang-ups and things that you feel that you've already overcome. Maybe they're coming back into your life. Why is this happening? It's because multiple timelines are purging right now. We are resolving so many timelines. It's unbelievable. Very busy today. Hi. Which is perfect and reflective, because no matter what is going on around us, we still have to just stay true, stay centered to the message that's coming forward. And so if you've been experiencing a lot of emotional intensity, know that what you are shifting and purging and resolving, you're really doing it for your whole family. You're doing it for the generational line. You're doing it for the collective consciousness, and it is the path of service. And so I spoke to Gabriel about this. Do we still have to continue a path of service? Are we here in servitude? He said, no, we're not here to serve anybody. We're not here to be slaves to anyone, to anything, but our path as we usher in the new earth, the new golden age, is service. And what is the highest service? To know thyself, to know our truth, through our truth, through the space of our heart, space of love, continue to create an experience. That is the highest service. So by you allowing yourself to choose the path of freedom, to be sovereign in your choices and decisions, to manifest and create from your heart, to live your truth, to have the courage to live your truth, that is the greatest service. That is helping so much. I also asked them, do we need to go in and process these timelines that are coming up, things that we feel that we've already looked at? Do we have to go into them, process them, do a lot of healing work? No. We just need to be aware that multiple timelines are coming up. They are dissolving and purging perfectly on their own. Just don't be triggered by them and don't go into their stories. Whatever is coming up for you, an old relationship pattern and a pattern with emotional eating, addiction, behaviours, whatever it is, it's part of your old self, part of the inner child that is healing and resolving so that all of you can move forward, all of you can be sovereign and fully present in your choices, in your manifesting, in your expression. So yes, it is lonely here on the leading edge. You may be the only one in your family who's really aware, but don't feel down about that. In fact, rejoice. Rejoice that you're here to be the code breaker, the pattern interrupter, and that you are so divinely supported. And never before has there been more heavenly support, galactic support, inner earth support coming forward for us, joining with those who are awakened to bring forward heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. And so if I can ask the guides just to create sort of space of peace, I'm going to take us through a short meditation, because I've been getting a few messages from people saying that they understand what's happening, but they're still being hit with so much drama. Physical problems are resurfacing in their life. They're adept healers, but for whatever reason they're not getting to the root of it. What can they do? So I want to take you through a pillar meditation where we're going to come into being a pillar of our own light. We're going to take out of our field anything that doesn't need to be there, namely the collective consciousness and what's shifting right now. So let's sit down and see if we can do this. And while we're coming up to this area, I just want to remind you that this Saturday, June 19th, I am leading with the Faeries, the angels, so many intergalactic light councils as well coming forward, this beautiful space of ascension and magnetizing the energy of our home to the desires, to everything that we want to create in our life. Also to be a haven, an energetic, beautiful temple space that no matter what's going on in the world, when we're in our space, when we're in our temple, it just feels divine and our energy is high and it's expansive and we're feeling really good in our home space. So that's going to be June 19th, this Saturday, and the Faeries are coming forward with an attunement to their realm to help to open up a greater sense of freedom, a greater sense of knowing yourself. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a 2-hour Ascension workshop from 7 o'clock British Standard Time to 9 o'clock, and there will be the replay included, and this is going to be the last Ascension Zoom class that I'm taking for a while, so I hope you can come and join. But it looks like the guides have given us our peace. Thank you, thank you. So friends, in your own time, if it's safe to do so, if you're not driving, please close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And bring your hands to your heart. Breathing in a sense of love on your inhale. and a sense of release, letting go on your exhale. Breathing in divine love, divine light, divine peace, allowing yourself to expand. And as you let go, release anything before this now moment. Anything on your mind, any to-do lists, just let them go. Arriving. Breathing into your heart. Calling in your guides and angels, ascended masters, and the aspects of you that are ascended master, the aspects of you that are angel, the aspects of you that are fairy, unicorn, dragon, elemental. Bringing them all here now in this moment. As you affirm yourself here. Taking a deep breath in. Full breath out. And imagining now that you are held in a column of light. And while there is a sense that this light comes down from the heavens and holds your body, you know on some level that this light is you. That it's really coming from within you and expanding out rather than coming down. And so feel yourself held in this column of light that spans at least 12 feet around your aura. And you may see this light is a crystalline rainbow, or it might be gold, or it might be another color. It just feels perfect for you. But see the light as alive, as pulsing, as vibrating. And the light goes all the way down into the heart of Mother Gaia, into the part of her that is awake, that is sovereign, that is here in loving connection for you and your growth. And the light also goes up and it travels right into the center of the inner sun, plugging into the sacred heart of the masculine, bringing down the light of your cosmic ancestry as from below your earthly ancestry that is in support of you, becomes aware, connects with you. And you feel this great pillar of vibrancy and nurture coming up from the earth, coming down from the heavens. And here in this moment, consciously release from your pillar of light anything that doesn't serve you. Imagine physically that the people that no longer serve are coming out of your field, that you're literally picking them out of your light column. That the situations, the drama, any hype, any stories, anything that seems to be repeating from the past, you're also bringing that out of your field. And continue to do this. If you're watching the replay, you can pause until your field of light is literally just you. And then begin to seed, to plant in your pillar of light the codes of New Earth. Seeing the most abundant trees begin to grow. Mountains expanding up. Water starting to pulse out of the mountains, creating these beautiful waterfalls. Bring the flowers. Bring the colour. Bring the fairies, the unicorns, the dragons, the angels, the birds. Bring your beloveds, your soul family. Bring into your pillar of light your purpose, your passions. Bring in freedom, free will, that works in harmony with divine will. Bring in choice, bring in peace, bring in fun, anything that's important to you. Seed it here in your heaven on earth. And from this point forward, realize you have created a new timeline, a new future, as you have reshaped your inner landscape to match with your outer. And if anything, as you physically open your eyes now, still be in this space. This is the mastery. Can you still be in that space, even though that feels in meditation? Can you bring it here? Can it coalesce and mingle with this world? That's the mastery, friend. So let's do that now. Let your light, your field of light, merge. It's very easy when you're out in Gaia. Gaia's like, yeah, we're blending, we're singing, the birds are here, they're going in and out of realities, it's absolutely fine. But can you be in this pillar of light when there's people around you with judgment and ego and all of that? That's the mastery. So between now into June 21st, remember this. Remember this sense of being. Feel how stable you are. Feel how fresh it feels in your own temple space. And if anything comes into your reality that you don't want, just pick it out. Pick it out like the creator that you are. And if you want to know how to do this pillar of light, to really create it and anchor it in your home space, join us on the 19th. I'm going to go into this much more and also talk about how to, this feather just does not want to go, it's sticking, staying in this reality. Also be talking about how to cleanse and remove energetic imprints, which is really important actually. How can you remove imprints within furniture, within jewellery, within yourself? If you feel like you have, whatever you're doing, you just cannot get somebody out of your pillar of light, what do? No doubt there is an energetic imprint, there is a root there, some form of, it's called a soul entanglement. What do you do when there's a soul entanglement? Because the violet flame, our guides and angels, they can only work so far. So I'm going to be showing you how to learn how to do soul entanglement. But for now, friends, as it's starting to get really, really busy again, thank you guides for keeping this lovely space for us. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed today's Midweek Vibes. Please share it. And look at these huge big docking leaves. We're talking about the stinging nettles, and there's so much of them, okay? And that's them all there. Look at them. So much stinging nettles, so much hype and drama. And look, I've just realised, look at this huge big dock leaves that can counteract all the stinging nettles. This is exactly where the guides took us into this little piece of the land off the track, and look, we've got these huge big docking leaves as a lovely reminder that we are forever supported no matter what. So much love.